Welcome to Evanston, Illinois. Ryan Field and home to the Northwestern Wildcats, where it will be a sea of purple as the fans are more than ready for this one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Oregon Ducks. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Ducks will put toe to leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats offense is on the field for the first time today. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there with...
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
Northwestern right back to the line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They're trying to get to it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back in the 16. Northwestern will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Ducks offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. They'll put the tight end in motion. They're going to run it to the right. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Bully ball on third and short. The Ducks brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Here comes the offense on second down. Power football with the run. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Still on his feet. Coming after it. Escapes trouble. How about that nice run from this junior?
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees it, the ability to go get it and get a first down.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Harris back to pass. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog volleys up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Northwestern wants to go quickly. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to run it. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Northwestern ready to dial one up on 1st down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Gets open down the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back.
Harris will throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They'll run it from the gun. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Give to the single back. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Ducks are rolling down the field.
Man, how about the first half this guy's having? He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up a huge first down right here. On defense, you're going to have to find a way to control this guy. You're going to have to make some big-time adjustments at halftime.
Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards.
And he takes it to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Wildcats have it back to Northwestern offense headed out. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Leaves it with the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
First down for the offense.
He's going to pass, using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Wildcats racing to the line in the hurry up. On second down, wants to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Galladay. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Give to the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. Here's the punt high into the air. Fair catch called for and made. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead.
To the line.
It's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Harris back to pass. Trying to get to him. Makes the catch down the right side. He just brought some serious energy, making that all the way down to the 23-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Caught over the middle. It's Willis. And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
At the pace this guy's going at right now, this could be a record-setting type day. This could be a game for the ages for this dude. He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up that 1st down. This is still the first half, guys. What is this guy capable of doing the rest of the game? We're going to find out.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Dialing up a second down pass play. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him, had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground. Remember, got to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. A timeout is called as to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads it left. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Smashes it between the uprights.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half, and there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
Northwestern about to boot it away to open the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Movement here from the tight end. Harris will throw. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He's back to throw on second down. Forced out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Keeps looking downfield. Complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. They'll leave it with him. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
They move the tight end all over. On fourth down, looking to pass. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Looking for a productive play on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Handoff to the single back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his man. It's Galladay. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his position.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Northwestern making quick work on this drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. On the move at the 30. Quarterback gets enough. Touchdown, Northwestern! it was all over. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt, first half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak, it looked like it was ugly, but now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Troy is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in the Fun Belt, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Air Force. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. First down here for the offense.
That's a first down for the offense.
He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Touchdown, Ducks! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35, Northwestern, 10.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing.
All kinds of running room. The 40, the 30, the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him.
This guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll throw it on first down. Looking for a huge play. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great... set for a first down play. They'll go to the ground. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. Northwestern right back to the line. He'll do it himself. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. On the ground with the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Running back goes in motion. On second down, he'll fire. And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They're lining up to boot it away.
Set to advance on the football.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. He's looking to throw it. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Looking to go up top on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Tackle is made after the first down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
To the ground with the back. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Deny them on 2nd and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
49, Northwestern, 17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Northwestern will have to punt it away.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Got it in stride inside the 20. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass from the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Harris back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man downfield. Finds a crease at the 20. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. Headed to the end zone. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's the fabulous part. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally.
And it's blocked. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Harris will throw. Lets it fly on the move. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. He's looking to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop?
Gonna let it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going to take off. Will not get... Stop. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Line gets set, 1st down.
42, Spider.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds his man. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got his man. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's... Fourth down conversion now We get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, you know, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Floating away. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Harris back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout. Sometimes you'll hear guys derisively say, well, he just piles up numbers. When the number gets close to 450, that's worth doing.
And that's why they throw it as much as they do, because they've got a difference maker playing the quarterback position. He gives them a chance to be explosive and light up the scoreboard.
The Ducks will hustle to the line.
That's a first down for the offense.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
He runs out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
One more play to pad the stats. Touch pass on the run. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game.